Hello, welcome to another edition of Get Lit. I'm Kate and I'm here with Wendy Raisanen from Scottsdale Arts, and we have another very, I think, exciting exhibit here at the gallery at Civic Center. And Wendy, can you tell me what we have ready for everybody?
Yep, this new show is a new concept, a new media for the gallery. It's all about fibers, weaving, felting. So the exhibition is called INTERWOVEN, and it is work by the Telaraña Fiber Arts Guild. So telaraña means spider web in Spanish. And these ladies are mostly based in Mesa, and some, are snowbirds. They come from Alaska or Missouri in the winter. So their work is represented here, and I'm really happy to present this work, and I hope you come and check it out. So we'll take a closer view of a few works, and just to get your taste buds going, and I hope you enjoy. So the show will be up from now until the end of June. So see you soon.
Great, let's take a look around.
The overarching theme of this exhibition was during the early days of the pandemic lockdown, they decided to have an inspiration challenge. So everyone was inspired to create artwork by the landscapes and the plants of Arizona in order to sort of appreciate where they live and appreciate one another and still be able to make their artwork to sort of help with the loneliness of lockdown. So each one of these artworks is inspired by a photograph that they either took or found. The Arizona Highways magazine was a big inspiring source for them. And so this one right here by Marnie Perschke is called Jumping Longhorned Sheep, and this is a felted wool piece too. It's not needle felted, it's wet felted, so she lays the various roving fibers over one another and then rolls it up and agitates it so that the fibers will interlock. So this wall hanging was inspired by the joyful longhorned sheep depicted in Monument Valley in northern Arizona. This fantastic sculpture by Sherry Monsum is just called Barrel Cactus, obviously. So what these members of the Telaraña Guild did were create artworks that were inspired by Arizona's landscapes and obviously the plants that are here, the cacti. And so this is one of Sherry's most favorite desert plants, the barrel cactus. And she wove that in a basket style out of aluminum wire, which is why it's so shiny and bright. And obviously it's gonna, it's gonna prick your finger just as much as a regular barrel cactus will. This piece here by Lee Kilpack is called Detot, deuce. So that, as we probably know, is Arizona's state motto. It's Latin for God enriches. And Lee was inspired by the beautiful red rocks of Sedona. And this is a woven piece using chenille yarns and other novelty yarns. You can see kind of a little sparkle in there. And so she travels to Sedona a lot, and of course we all love the gorgeous red rocks of Sedona. So her inspiration is very, very visible here. This cute little piece is by Claudia Lemax, and it's called The Arizona Desert Fox at Sunrise. And so this one is not a woven piece, this is felted wool. So they take wool roving, which is sort of a loose fiber, and agitate it underwater to make the fibers connect to each other. And then she also took a needle felting to create the little fox there that's at the base of the ocotillo tree. And so you'd use a needle that has little barbs on it, and poke and poke and poke into this, into the roving, and it can create 3D shapes. And that's what she's done with this piece. So this piece was inspired by the view out of her studio window. Fabulous view out of your own home, wouldn't you say? So this is a delightful, colorful piece that is done with felt. Okay, this piece right here is by Nancy Wanek, and it's called Slot Canyon Adventures. So she was inspired by the Arizona Slot Canyons up by Page, Arizona. I think it's called Jackrabbit Canyon. And you can see in this weaving that it's not a straight across, everything is even type of weave, and that's called an eccentric weave. And so she is taking the different textures and angles and colors of the slot canyons up in northern Arizona. And I feel like this really gives the feeling of what it's like when you're standing in those gorgeous sculptural sandstone rocks. Okay, here we have a beautiful colored shawl knitted in wool by Cindy Reynolds, and her piece is called Desert in Bloom. And she was very, very inspired by the wildflowers that pop up in the spring in Arizona. They are continually a source of joy for her. And this shawl, I think, is just a gorgeous representation of the vibrancy of spring in Arizona.